Hey guys, Crafty here, and today I will be doing a tutorial on how you guys can make professional looking thumbnails on GIMP. So without further ado, I guess let's just get straight to it.
Okay, so before we start doing all this, if you guys don't have GIMP already, what you guys are going to need to do is going to look up GIMP in whatever search engine you have and then click this link, which is www.gimp.org. In the description below, I'm going to have this link so you guys don't have to go through all the trouble. But once you click that link, you're going to this page is going to pop up, and all you need to do is click download and click what packet you want, BitTorrent or directly. But since I already have it downloaded, I will just open it up. Okay, so once GIMP has opened, it is going to look like this. And what you guys are going to need to do is go to the top left, click File, and click New. And then this is the standard stuff it gives you, which is 640 by 400. So what you guys are going to need to do is change this to 1280 by 720. This is YouTube's recommended size for thumbnails, and that's personally what I use on all my thumbnails. So you're going to get a white picture like this. I'll be showing you guys two ways to make thumbnails, and first off, we're going to start off with the way I make my video game thumbnails, which is pretty simple. So we're going to go head back to Google, and we are going to be making a thumbnail for Splatoon 2. So what I tend to look up is Splatoon 2 background, and you're going to get a lot of stuff like this. So see, we cannot use any of these pictures really because our photo needs to be 1280 by 720. So you got to make sure you put that in the search bar. And when looking at some of these, we have to choose one of them. So when looking at all of these, I recommend just like a plain background like this one. Nothing really stands out, but still showcases the game a lot. And to check if this is 1280 by 720, just look right here, and it should say it right there, which is 1280 by 720, and this is what we're going to use. So you just got to download this, and we have it on our desktop. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag it onto our GIMP software. And since it's 1280 by 720, then it automatically fits in perfectly, and we don't need to adjust it at all. Next, I recommend a second picture to act as something that pops out to the viewer. So what I recommend is getting some video game artwork. So we're going to go back to Google, and we're going to search up Splatoon 2 artwork. And then we get all this beautiful artwork from the Nintendo themselves. And I recommend getting them from the developers who actually make them because it's more recognizable and cooler. But you're welcome to use your drawings or anyone else's as long as you get their consent. The thing about your secondary picture is it doesn't have to be 1280 by 720. It could be any size you want, and it will be perfectly fine. So this picture looks pretty good, so I'm going to use it. So instead of downloading it, I'm just going to copy the image to save time from downloading it and deleting it. You could also use this for the foreground picture. It doesn't lose any quality. So what we're going to do is Control V, and since this picture is huge, we're going to make this to a new layer, and then we're going to scale this down. And this is perfect. So now here comes the tricky part. We don't want any of this black outline in the picture, so we're going to need to remove it. The easiest way to do that is using your magic wand tool, which is up here. But as you can see, it sometimes mistakes the actual picture for the background. So as you see, we cannot use that one. So the second thing we can do is use this thing called the free select tool. And this is a very tedious process, and we're going to outline all of this. The best tips I could give you when free selecting the outline is just take your time and try and do the best you can, and try not to mess up as much, because if you mess up royally, then you're gonna have to start all over and it's gonna take even more time. Basically what free selecting is, you're just gonna follow the contours of the drawing and just select it all. This will take around 5 to 10 minutes. It depends how big your image is and how skilled you are at it. once you have all the points selected, you're going to connect it, which I did right there, and it's going to outline the whole picture. So then what you're going to do here is you're going to go up to the select tab and click invert, and then you're just going to click your delete button, and all the background disappears and you have a nice image. Then once you have all of this outlined, you can click Control-Shift-A and move it to where we want to, which is with the move tab, this move tool right here. And we're just going to move it like up here, which is perfect. What we're going to do is go to the same picture layer and we're going to left click it. We'll go all the way down here to Alpha to Selection. It is going to select all the points around it, even the little middle parts. And then what we're going to go to is Select and Border. So this is going to grow the selection out a bit and border the whole image. I personally don't like 5. I only use 5 for text, but if you have a big image, I would go up to 8. So then when you click OK, you get this nice, big, thick outline. So what I usually do is I go to a new layer, which is up here. You left click the outside and click a new layer. And you get your paint bucket and you just click it. It covers up a bit of the image, but what you do here now is you drag the image up and it has a nice outlined image, and then you left click that image and then you would merge down. Now to make this picture pop even more, what we're going to do is we're going to change its background to a gray-ish, a lighter gray, and we're just going to fill it. So I'm going to put those out and we're just going to fill this with gray, and we're going to turn the opacity to, let's say, 60. Put the background in front of the print. So that kind of blurs out the background a bit and makes the image we put in front pop. So if it's a little too dark, you can always just drag it down a bit and make it seem a bit lighter. So we're going to cut this in half and make it 30. And that just kind of dims down the brightness a bit and makes this image pop. But our viewers don't know what game we're playing yet. If they don't know what Splatoon is, we're going to download the logo and add it to the photo. And this is what you get. It's a pretty good. So we are going to drag this to the bottom or the top. It's honestly up to you. Personally, if a picture's on the top, I'd usually put this on the bottom. What we're going to do is the same thing we did at this one, is add a simple outline. So Alpha to Selection again. We're going to go to Select, Border, and since this is more of a text than a picture, I'm going to bump it down to 5 and do the same thing. And voila, we got our thumbnail. So if so this right now is a non-specific thumbnail. If this would be like a Let's Play or a playthrough, you could put like the number 1 up here or put like live stream across this to make it feel less empty. But since this is like a non-specific one, it fills its purpose and it looks pretty good. So all you guys need to go is File, Export, and I usually have mine in a YouTube folder where it's thumbnails. Now I'm going to name it Splatoon 2. We're going to export it. We're going to export. And voila! We got our video game thumbnail too. So all you need to do is put this in your video and the views will start coming right to you. So all you need to do is really outline something that is crucial to the vlog or outline a artwork that you find for a video game. And just make it pop, make it stand out than everyone else's.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope I was a good teacher. If you guys do follow this and make your own thumbnails, please share it to me on my Discord or my Twitter. Discord and Twitter is in the description at CraftyTip1, and my Discord link is just join it, the crafters. It's pretty fun. So if you guys enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more tutorials and more of my channel, please hit that subscribe button too. Comment down below if there's any questions. I will definitely answer them for you. And yeah, that's about it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. That's what I say. Bye guys!